We ran out of time that I couldn't even make that joke on the last one.
About
I mean,
what?
it was a statement, but it was also
That was
a
the
joke.
last one when you asked about Christmas gifts.
I asked what your favorite Christmas gifts were.
What was your favorite Christmas
I
gift?
don't really have one.
What was something else you got besides doubles of what I got you?
Dude. Okay, how about this? Did you feel like when you got me what you got me,
Yes.
did you feel like after our whole talk about gift giving, which
Yes.
you might have already bought that before, I don't know.
Yes.
Did you feel like you tried hard to get a significant thing?
I felt like I tried hard, but then you made the comment about like pushing your ideas on them or whatever. Like living through them or,
Oh, yeah.
because then you even made me question what I got. John and Julia too.
Wait, what did you get them?
Top Golf.
Oh, yeah, Top Golf. Wait, that was a good one.
But then I was like, I wanted to go to Top Golf.
Oh,
So I was like,
I mean, I do want to go to Top Golf too.
am I living through them?
It seems like they would like that though.
Yeah, and it's new. It's new
Oh, yeah,
down
yeah,
by
it's-
them, and I was like, probably some youth, get some youth kids
Exactly.
together or whatever.
Dude, I didn't mean to cause you anxiety.
It's been really hard. But then I felt like I was like, oh, am I getting this for him because that's something I would like to receive if I didn't already have those things.
And you didn't know they were on my list.
I didn't know they were on your list. I didn't know you had a list.
I mean,
Except for your kiss. Your kiss is on my list. Come on. Hall & Oates.
I can't think of
Your kiss is on my list.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I always go to freaking, what's her name? Country. Faith Hill. Wait, is that Faith Hill? Yeah.
This is
I don't think I'm
Unbreakable, the movie.
I liked what you gave me,
Mm-hmm.
and then, but what took it over the top, even though the handwriting was what it was,
Yeah.
including the recipe of it,
Yeah.
very thoughtful.
Personal touch.
Personal touch.
Because I also love the name that you came up with.
Oh, I have more. This is what. I have a hopefully funny project for the next time we record, and it's related to the Bad Brothers Carter rum recipe.
Okay.
I need to have Tammy make up a little graphic. Matt, make up a little graphic. I'll send you the recipe.
Graphic design.
Anyways, let's see. What did I get?
That's what took it over the top.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I also didn't know if you had cups like that or anything like that. So I was like, I'm gonna get everything you
no,
need
it was perfect.
to make it. But I was mad they didn't have the mini plantation rum because that's what I wanted to get. But
I had already bought some Mount Gay.
oh yeah, Mount Gay. That's a good one because it's not too dark. And that's what I had been making them with this plantation, the Fiji one, which is pretty light also. And I was liking it with the lighter rum, but still dark aged rum.
I would say here's my favorite gifts. The hand mixer.
Inversion blender.
Inversion blender, hand mixer. Oh yeah, hand mixer is this.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a top. And I don't know, my gifts, I kind of got random stuff this year.
Yeah.
I had random stuff on my list, and that's what I got. And I got a lot of list things. I didn't get a lot of off lists. And I think that's why
I need to
gift
do
was
a
significant.
list. That's what I need to do.
your gift was significant as well because it was one of the few off list things I got. So
Did you get any good things from like Rite Aid or something?
No,
Like we used to
No, we didn't. No, man. You. Oh, I noticed an Adderall change for this year.
I've been seeing a lot of videos about like people. It's like professional ads about like Adderall and like crashing off of it and like getting on something else.
Oh, I have heard that people. Well, I talked to the psych about it, and he said
Yeah.
it's just basically a mixed bag because this all depends on your physiology.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the first things I asked him was like, is this something I can take for the rest of my life? Or because I know depending on what your antidepressant issue is, like if you have a depression issue, there are people who they switch a bunch over the course of their whole life because they notice a waning effect.
But Adderall for 2024.
Oh, for 2023 Christmas? Here's what it meant for 2023 Christmas.
Uh-huh.
I still have all of the Christmas money. Oh, except one thing. I still have almost all of the Christmas money that I received over the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Every other Christmas,
Gone already.
oh, it's spent. It's probably spent within 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Mom asked me today if I got anything or if I even knew what I was going to get. I didn't. I haven't even got my Christmas jeans.
How you gonna buy these jeans?
I might have to go to Do Till this weekend in Vancouver.
But no, I got something to talk about, and it's related to my gifts.
But here's the thing. Yes, maybe this is why I don't want to buy clothes, is I want to lose weight.
Okay, I'll wrap that into what I'm going to say for this year too. Or one of the things that I did, if you would have seen my list
Pre-Christmas.
and some of the things that were on it, you'd be like, "This is so random." So,
You know what I do have is like my saved cart.
Okay, hold on.
Let me see if there's anything good on there. Ooh.
I'm going to make an edit.
The knee above toes guy. His book. Hairstyling powder. Knife sharpener.
Oh, Tammy does that. Saved for later.
Yeah. Knife sharpener.
Wait, what'd you say? What was before that?
Hairstyling powder.
Okay. Oh, powder.
LED lights. Tiki mugs. Carhartt overalls. A knife, like a kitchen knife.
Dude, who do you think you are? Freaking
Tiki
Dax
syrup.
Shepard?
Tiki syrup and a barbecue thermometer, like the one with the wire.
Oh, so I was just looking at your one over there.
Yeah, that's for Debbie because she had one from like 1980, and we were doing a prime rib, trying to pull it out at like 110. It starts at 130.
Let me explain some of my random gifts I got this year that are just for my own happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Dumpling press.
Okay.
I got a couple of them. I thought it'd be a fun little project for the boys.
Gotta do it by hand.
I know, I can do that too. I can do that anytime I want, but I thought maybe kid version.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. India contemporary design.
It's just pictures or?
No, there's a lot of verbiage. Deep fryer.
Yep.
Ice cubes, but square. Bookends. Can't never have too many bookends, but
What? Of what ilk?
marble.
Quartz.
Some of this stuff is from last year.
Yeah, I need to do a list through the year because I'm so bad at it.
Wait, where's my other stuff from this year?
Maybe people didn't get it via the list.
Oh, you know what? Some people you can invite to view the list,
Mm-hmm.
and if they purchase it for you, if they click on it, it just whatever's. but other people, you can make them editors of the list, and then when they purchase for you, depending on what settings that you set for it,
Oh.
it can either be gone off the list.
Oh, I
so
thought any of those lists, when you buy it, it's gone.
you can set it. So on one hand, if you only have 5 things and one is gone, you're going to know what's missing.
Right.
But on the other hand, if you leave all 5 things on there, I don't know if it shows. Oh, that'd be a good question. Does it show anybody else that it's been purchased and
What's
not
your-
you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like gone. What's your list called? Super what?
Super special wish list or something.
Oh. It like cuts it off. So I can't see it. Oh, here's William's list. I have a list. A cookbook, a bag, a coat, clothes. I must have sent this to like somebody.
So let's see. I got 3 coffee table books. What's that?
It's essentially the recorder version of a saxophone.
Cool.
It's like the saxophone fingering, but it's a polymer recorder-esque instrument.
It does look cool. I got India design.
Mm-hmm.
I got Kowloon City art.
What?
It was this place. It was this weird place in Hong Kong. It was like the city block in Hong Kong where all the buildings attached, and there were like police couldn't get in and out, and became its own weird, like crazy, like dungeon city.
Yeah.
And then I got this typography book, which was the name that I sent you in the photo the other day.
Yes.
Or this morning, technically. And it has all kinds of like typography from around the world and a little bit of explanations, and the visuals in it are super cool.
Yeah.
Next time you're over, you'll actually enjoy that.
I like
as
typography stuff.
As an aesthetically minded person and a guy who dropped kerning in the last podcast, you'll appreciate it. And yeah, just like the deep fryer and stuff. It's just like
yeah, I do try to make a point when I get money to get things that like maybe I wouldn't normally just buy myself.
Yeah.
Like I just bought something off this list that I didn't know existed. Because I think at one point this was for $12, this Pacific Northwest cookbook. But I swear it was like $80 last time I looked at it. So
I was thinking in mind, and another reason why I liked your gift too, I really had in mind for myself the reason I put certain things on my list, or why I put the things on my list that I did this year, is sort of like raising or like just being mindful of the sort of like raising the static happiness in my life, if that makes sense. Instead of shooting for, or sometimes you want practical things or like whatever.
yeah.
But instead of shooting for the wow thing or whatever, just like, like I said, there's 3 coffee table books on there.
Right.
But seeing them and sort of like seeing, whether, it's aesthetics, it's art, it's, being able to pop it open for a sec and just have that little bit of pleasure out of that thing that sort of like gets my brain going in the moment. Or like I have been telling people, like people were wondering like, why do you get the deep fryer or whatever? And I was like, oh, one thing I have really enjoyed this past year especially is I feel like every time we see each other lately, we've been talking about, oh, what good food did you make, or what sort of like food experience.
Start a whole nother podcast about food.
And so But not just in talking about it, but I've just, because
Look how far we've come from me cock blocking you talking about food in your dream to now.
well, especially because
Maybe it's the pills.
I have wanted that. It is a big deal because now that my brain is able to make a choice, like even the minimal, I mean, I don't do like crazy meals or anything. Even the minimal effort it takes to do my type of meal, and sometimes they're nice, but I really like, we talk about like the plating or the fun intensity that comes from trying to finish, 4 or 5 things at the same time, or juggle, keeping them warm, keeping them, serving them, whatever. Like that part of having that experience has been a fun thing I've done this year, whether we talked about it or not. It's been a fun part of this year for me.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I was just thinking about raising that, the sort of this static, the basic level, where my standard level of happiness is sitting.
Yeah.
And plus I've lived enough life now to know like there's only so much like chasing of like a wow thing that you can do.
What you're talking about reminded me. So Lauren and I, like, Lauren's Norwegian. We are some part Scandinavian, but don't have the same like cultural. It's not like our grandparents were from Norway or something, right? We didn't have that growing up, but I did go to school in Paulsbo. So like was around a lot of that stuff, and then just like some different things that I've like throughout, maybe because I went to school in Paulsbo.
I'm Norwegian through genitalia as well.
Through genitalia.
Basically.
Big? Do they have big?
No, I'm married to Norwegian as well.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, what?
Some people say by law. I say by genitalia.
Yeah. Biblically speaking. But, so like, yeah, over the course of my life, I guess, I've like, been interested in it and read different things, whatever. And it's a goal of ours to go on a vacation there when we can like really do like 3 weeks or something. And, but I was in Portland walking in an area that I've been multiple times, probably 20 plus times, walked by this place. And there,
Not the Toyota dealership.
No, past in a nicer area, Mississippi Avenue. I walked by, like I went and had lunch, and I was like walking back, and there's this, I just happened to look over, and there was this little cafe, Broder Nord, and it's like this Norwegian cafe.
Brother of the North?
Yeah, or Nordic brother. I didn't look up Nord. I assumed it was just like Norse. But yeah, Broder, Broder, with maybe a thing over the O. I forget. Anyway.
I wouldn't trust a guy who can't write a persuasive essay.
Anyway, like so cool inside, awesome vibe. And then they have food, but I just ate, so I'm going back. But I got a coffee, a latte, and they had all these pastries with crazy like IKEA names. And then, but it said the description.
Names.
And it was this cardamom, cinnamon little bread knot thing. It was like they took like linguine sized strips of bread and like braided them all together and then swirled them around inside a muffin tin. it was amazing. And then just for free, they gave me this other little 1-bite almond little cupcake pastry thing.
Oh, they're into almondy things.
Maybe. But and I was just like losing it in there because it was just like so cool. They had all
You're
these
losing your S.
Yeah. Everywhere. Losing my S over this place. And then I was like, I don't know if it was just, here it is. But I was like losing it in there just because of like the aesthetic of it, the whole like Norwegian side of it. And then I was like getting emotional. I was like Lauren's not here. And it's like, she can't really, probably won't come down here for a long time. And it's like, just wish we could experience this at the same time. Yeah, I was freaking out in there. And then I was like leaving there and I like felt like a different person. So I was like inspired.
Transformative.
Yeah.
What was inspiring about it?
Everything. Well, any restaurant such as the Wooden City that just like does a good job always gets me inspired, because I would love to like have a restaurant or something like that one day.
How about this? I'm going to ask you a question this way.
Yeah.
Does it...
Ask a question because I'm not good at explaining myself.
Were you... It just made me think of... I almost said, which may be true, is sort of... I think you may have said this before. Is that you sort of like when anything is done well.
Crafted, yes. Whenever someone hones their craft, whatever it
and
is.
it's tip top. It's sort of like... And I sort of get that. One of the things I've talked about a lot, I feel like one of the most inspiring things I've ever like been around in my life that was almost like, I would probably say is almost transformative, is when I saw, and it sounds so stupid, but
Globetrotters.
seeing Lorde in concert, it's
yeah.
like, I really respect her music. I respect the way her songs are written, lyrically crafted. The show was, an arena show. The show wasn't like off the charts, but it was like so well done, and everything about the music was just so tight from top to bottom, that it's just like, it's just so good that it's just like, yeah, it's seeing like a beautiful painting for the first time, or walking into a building that's like amazingly built, or seeing a meal at a restaurant that's, Michelin star or something like that, or tasting it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Or anything that's sort of like, it doesn't have to be sports, but even sport, or anything that sort of like reaches that. But
like when I met Steve Poole,
but
the greatest to ever do it.
Do you think it was it food in general, or it was because you said restaurant, because I was going to go on that whole riff, but then you said it would be a dream to like start a bar or restaurant. But so do you think it was food in general, or was it more like what I'm talking about? Because I think you have talked about that. Does that sound like something you said before?
Yes. No, I'm like interested, like I'm like interested if anyone's talking about like the like ultra, like I'm more interested in one person doing like a simple task to the millionth, degree of perfection than like some giant show of something, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If like those guys that make the clay teapots.
Oh yeah.
Like those guys. I'd rather watch that than someone like making some crazy clay sculpture that's like all ornate. I'd rather like make this teapot like so perfect.
What about that guy who does all the art projects where it's like the banana with the, and then a piece of wood falls and it's got a nail in it, and then it pops
Oh,
a
yeah.
balloon.
Yeah. Yeah. How about the robot sweeping the oil? Yeah. So like that, yeah, that is like a part of it. And
When he
that's,
does the like dry pasta, he just like
oh yeah,
does his head
breaking through dry
does,
pasta.
does his head through it or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's a part of it
His top of his
because it was
craft.
like done well. But
Kraft
and I
macaroni
think
and
like we
cheese.
said, the food, you know, food is like something I'm passionate about. So it was that, but it was more than that because there was also like the whole like Nordic side of it, and it just I don't know it's. So I guess like the Nordic thing wasn't inspiring. That was more just like cool. Yeah, but just like
Is Lauren into that besides her Guten Tag or whatever she hung up on the Merry Christmas or whatever?
God Jewel.
Yeah, I can remember what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean like yeah, it's like a
it's
dream
like
of ours to go there. She used to go to the
Sons of Norway.
the Ballard what's it called? Siente de Mai. It's like their Independence Day. 15th of May. Yeah, they have a huge parade and stuff.
Crazy.
I don't think she has any of like the traditional garb or anything like that.
Dude, you almost had your baby on Siente de Mai?
Yeah, she wanted to.
Did she really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, she could have.
Get that thing out
Pressure
there.
that doctor.
Well, yeah, we were. I mean, they tried. They did the whole membrane sweep that day. But yeah. But a lot of like the first time I went to Wooden City, this place, and like when I go to like places like that, and then yeah, it's like I start thinking about like something I want to do. So it's just like this inspiration, but it's also then I just like feel this crazy energy too afterwards, and it's like I don't know if I'm just like
It's not the gas station.
finally
pills.
hyper focused on something
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That could be.
or what, but I like it. I get scared to you know, it's like when you dive too much into like a thing, you know, like people say
Then you're ready to like quit your job and do the.
no, what's her name? Brenna the baker. The
Brenna the baker?
TikToks. The TikToks
Oh,
of
yeah.
the baker.
Yeah.
Bethany the baker. Whatever.
Beth the baker.
Yeah, so she's like, it's my job now. It's not like my
Everybody,
passion
yeah,
or whatever.
Oh, wait, did she reactivate?
I don't know. But people have said that.
Yeah.
People have said like, you know, like I really used to love this, but now I do it every
yeah,
day
yeah,
and it
yeah.
sucks. So I'm a little scared of that, but.
Sorry.
And their guns and their bombs. Is that what that was?
Maybe. Sort of mini.
Oh, I also like happened to just run into this guy who was a chef for a long time, and I was kind of talking about that sort of scenario. It's like also like leaving, being 33 now, leaving a career to like start at the bottom of another career that is also like known to be hard to, you know, be significant in. And I told him about like having people over for dinner and like I love doing that. And he said, just do that. He said, everyone always wants food and you get to, you know, create something for them, you know. He just said, keep doing things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is a hard thing. I mean, like for us, it's just like I'm the one man show. money wise at home
Yeah.
right now. And so
I'd
it's
like to be the one-man show.
so it's like I can't exactly be like, you know, hey, I'm gonna quit and go be whatever guy.
Be farmer.
And so because you do that, because there is that tie down that most people, that's not unique to like most people. It's like you can't even sort of like hold that kind of dream in the back of your mind, or else you'll just be like frustrated your whole life or something, because it's probably not super realistic, and unless you have a partner who's willing to like go crazy, or you have some sort of family backup thing or something, contingency.
So I think I need to like find someone that wants to do a restaurant and just be involved in it, as opposed to creating everything and, you know, stopping my life for it.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. And
become a restaurateur. Those like angel investors.
Yeah. That's why you can sort of like learning how to direct a passion into something else, whether it's, you know, have people over more often so you can do that sort of meal, or, you know, whatever, or just, although it seems odd, like start to perfect, like, okay, if I'm going to be cooking a lot, how am I going to get this food into somebody else's hands, or, you know, you know, I want to practice this for a couple weeks. Like, what am I going to do with all this extra, you know, potatoes, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So then it might force you to, you know, do, you know, whatever. Or doing something odd. I like that. I also like
maybe
that.
I make one of those Uber Eats ghost kitchens.
Oh, yeah. I just read an article that those are going away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that like 60% of them are Denny's.
Oh, no, that's funny.
Yeah.
Most of them are failing. Anyway, I have one more thing to add on to all this, and it sort of relates. Is I had a sort of bad realization when I was going through some pictures the other night.
A bad realization. Okay.
So I'm talking about raising my level of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And this sort of combines a bunch of conversations we've had over the last couple of weeks. But I need to, and we could workshop some names, but I need to make this year 2024 return to swag, you know, TM.
Yeah.
2024 swag SZN, you know, hashtag
season
eras. I know we're not
There's
doing
a whole one
anymore.
I've only read it like once, something about have you heard that?
No.
Some term people are saying.
King slunts.
Something like that.
No. And I know swag is out, but
That's okay.
To me, swag is almost like so it's gone so far past stupid. Now it's like we can say it just like normal again.
Right.
But I was feeling like
I had so much swag and you didn't.
Actually, one thing I've been thinking about a lot, one thing I just said off the top of my, I thought it before I talked to you about it, but it did just pop into my head.
It was the fedora.
It was the fedora. No, when I was talking to you about the outfit thing, it was the bolo tie.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was saying the enjoyment that you know,
switching it
can get, you know, from switching it up or wearing this kind of outfit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, outfit thing I need to remember. But
Christmas jeans
is sort of like that. I don't know why. I'm not going to go like too serious into the deep stuff, but you know, I have talked about before, just like thinking is sort of like normal, or like being okay with sort of like not just not feeling good about yourself about how it looks, but I think it is sort of like when you feel miserable all the time, like I was feeling, like I was saying, it's not just that I was depressed all the time. It's that my band of happiness versus sadness that I existed in was a lot lower. So it's just like it's just blah all the time. So you don't care that much about feeling good because you can never ever force yourself. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And besides some other psychological child healing stuff, is sort of like, in your head, it's like there's not enough effort in the world I can put in to like, and it's probably not even possible to move that band up to where I'm feeling good all the time. And so you just don't. You live your life for other things, not to feel good. And there were just some like pictures I saw, and some of it was about dressing a certain way, but it was more. It wasn't really about dressing a certain way, but like people know I change my hair all the time. Mm-hmm. Like I was having fun at work today, showing my bleached hair to my coworkers and stuff. And it's like people tease me all the time for changing my hair, but it's just like that's just something I like doing. It's just like a stupid way of changing life up.
I did it the same. Yeah, I did it all the time for a long time.
But it's more about just like the sort of fun feeling that comes along with like feeling good. It's not about yourself. Like, anyways, I don't know. I'm trying to do like caveats because that's the other thing I don't like is like I'm sort of stuck on me feeling good means I'm this sort of totally self-obsessed whatever.
Get back to what you were saying about the goal for the year.
It's more of like, I know return to swag like sounds like stupid, but
that's your motto.
In terms of like where I want to go from how I'm feeling now to like how I want to feel, because actually the way I felt from like April or whatever I started taking Adderall till now is like so awesome, and there was so many good things about this year, and so many things feel really good. Mm-hmm. My relationship with my kids, Tammy, work stuff, it's going well, but I also need to work on sort of my relationship with myself and sort of like teaching myself new habits. So like I was saying, it's like when you can never feel good, you don't have any habits of like knowing how to just like be regular happy.
Yeah.
And so a regular happy might be, like liking your hair that day, or feeling good in a shirt, or, getting a compliment from Tammy that's like, hey, you look good. That's not trying to like build you up. It's just like, it's literally like,
reaction.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, I love everything about you. It's like, that does nothing for me. Okay. And, and, or whether it's like personal accomplishments, that's the other thing, like you were saying, it's like having that sort of like personal inspiration that sort of motivates you to be like, to not do the big life-changing thing, but to be like, okay, I'm going to try some new recipes. Or that's what it made me think of. It's just like, hey, in 2 months, I'm going to be the best freaking, calamari chef,
Are you doing rings?
On the block.
Rings or strips?
Dude, I gotta have those buttholes.
See, sometimes I like...
Tammy says she likes the rings, but I'm kind of a strip guy.
I like the thick strips.
Dude, I'm kind of a chunk. I'm kind of a chunk guy, honestly.
You had wild fin calamari?
I don't know.
In Ruston?
I've never... No.
Oh, okay.
That's a place?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They do thick strips with a jalapeno. There's jalapeno involved somewhere, and like a little oniony, cilantro-y, crunchy.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
But
Good.
so what I mean by when I'm thinking about swag, that's what I'm thinking about swag. Just that general everyday.
Not the swag look, the swag feeling.
Yeah, the swag feeling.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be look too, but
I mean, I think that comes.
I mean,
with it.
that's definitely a part of it.
I think it, like you said, it's like a cycle. It's like, yeah, you feel, you dressed a certain way so you feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
Or like you feel good about yourself so you want to like put effort into how you look.
Exactly.
It's a cycle or relationship.
Well, I was going to say, like, one thing for me, this is like a stupid rule, but like, I'm talking too much about what I said about you, but I actually think it's a kind of a good rule to have is like, and I have the clothes for it, but some don't fit right now, but is like always be in an outfit, not just like throwing on clothes.
Yeah.
Or whatever, just as a way to inspire your own happiness or whatever.
Right.
And
Your swag.
yeah, inspire your swag.
There's a good hashtag.
Support the swag. No, that didn't work. Support. That sounded too militaristic.
Sounded like support your flag.
Support the fags.
But yeah, that's definitely. I agree. I like to do that too. I just want to be I have like a specific, even like I said, I want to lose weight. I don't have like a specific, New Year's, resolution or whatever, something like that, goal. But I know one thing, is clothes fitting. Other thing is thighs rubbing together right here. And just like feeling better. And I just want to be like a more active person and father. It's different. It adds a whole another thing to it, being a dad.
Yeah.
It's wanting to be healthy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's part of it too. It's definitely, for me, it's definitely like I have to like concentrate on losing some weight, but I think I finally zoned in on finally just looking at those pictures just a couple nights ago. It finally gave me the sort of like context or frame I was missing. It's like, I know I don't just want to lose weight, and I know I don't.
Right.
I know I have all these feelings. Like it's even hard to explain how in my mind they all fit together. All these like feelings from all these areas of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But that is sort of like, moving that band up so that when I wake up in the morning, I have a certain feeling, and because I feel like this, speaking of inspirational, it's like going on those pills and like feeling so much better every day sort of really gave me a taste to just like make that even more, even better, or even more normal, or even more consistent, or even truer in areas of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because same right now, it's like I'm at a certain ways, and then I find myself like not wanting to do certain things, or not, or being around people. Like a big thing is like sometimes I don't want to be around people, or sometimes I'm embarrassed, or like I don't know, whatever. And it's just like I don't like. Yeah, I know that sounds stupid, but it's just like I'm starting to not like the sadness that comes with feeling that way.
Yeah.
And at a time where you're just like used to that sort of sadness, like it just fits in. But now I have so much more that's going better for me.
Right.
Then it's standing out, and I'm going like, hey, I don't want that feeling around.
Yeah.
Which sounds like what probably normal people do. Like,
Yeah, but don't feel like, yeah.
I want to keep good things in my life, and I want to stop bad things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it. And however I can help and inspire and whatever, I'm down, because it'll only help me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you watch Two Bears talk about the pictures of like when they realized?
yeah, I watched the whole app. It was pretty.
I didn't watch. I just saw the clip about the picture.
That's what made me think. I was like, because they decided to do the 5K in May, and I was like, oh man, should I do that?
Do
As
a
just
5K in like a month.
What?
You can do a 5K in like a month.
Maybe not me.
Yeah, you can. There's an app. It's like Couch to 5K. It's like a month.
I know. I already looked at it. It got bought by a jogger.
Oh. But
You gotta pay for it.
what was I saying? Oh, when I did our Christmas pictures, that was like a cherry on top. I already was like planning like January. I was like, I'm not gonna try to like start with all the holiday craziness and my job schedule changing last month. I was like, I'm not gonna try to like really change my life. Like I was like I stopped. I would like made some choices like not buying candy from the gas station because I got back on that for a few months. So I was like working my way to the new year, but then yeah. And then doing the Christmas picture, there was one, not the one that you saw, but when we were taking them, there was like this picture. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, that's another thing. Going back through old pictures, I'm that picture of that day. The picture I showed you where Declan's crying, or sorry, where Landon was crying that we looked at on my phone.
Oh yeah. When we were at Grandma Norma's.
I remember I felt all that day just like disgusted with myself, like uncomfortable in my body. And my hair was whacked to that day too, and that was annoying because I think I was gonna start growing out my hair or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then also I was like at a weight that I'd never been at, which was not that big. But I remember sort of feeling like psychotically big. Like that's how I viewed myself. Like I feel like a disgusting whatever. But now it's like if I could get down to that weight, that's like that would be a giant, step in the right direction or whatever.
Right.
So it's so funny how things work out.
Mm-hmm.
But it is hard because you sort of get used to how your face looks and how you're whatever.
I feel like I like how my face looks. I don't really notice too much of my face, but it's this. And these. And this. And yeah, like switching back to like winter clothes they haven't worn in a long time. And then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Not even close. I blame Isla.
Do it for your swag.
Do it for the gram. I like inspire your swag.
Yourself.
Treat yourself. Parks and Rec. Buy yourself a Batman costume.
All right. Would you like to wrap up the pod?
Sure.
Oh, we haven't done this in a while.
I wish I could freestyle rap.
Okay, just make a little 4-bar rhyme. Okay?
I wish I could also do like the slam poetry.
Could you do yeah, okay, just do a little slam poetry. Do a b. Or is that too hard? Or do you want to do it?
I can't even think of it. I'll just do a.
Oh, there's a song, and if I would have heard it earlier in the year, it would have been my song of the year. Should we do that next time? Music.
Choose a song of the year.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I've been off music because I've been watching all podcasts in the car.
Yeah,
I just admitted to watching them in the car.
I wish I would have found this song earlier in the year, but it reminded me. Sometimes a song can. I mean, it happens in rap a lot, but sometimes a song can rhyme the same thing like over and over and over again.
It does happen in rap a lot with the N-word.
I was thinking, yeah, because you said a.
Yep.
Sorry. Shout out to the song I'm going to bring next time.
I do like when people do the breakdowns of the raps and like do the color highlighting of the words and like where each one lines up, like Eminem stuff and Nas. But let me do something. What's the theme?
Eating food in Portland.
Eating food in Portland. Okay.
You gonna do it as a poem?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be slam-ish?
Sure.
Who are you gonna slam?
Myself.
Okay.
I'm not gonna plan it ahead of time. Maybe that's bad. Maybe I should.
Yeah. Just any poem.
Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village. Though. No, just kidding. That's Walking Through Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost.
Wow. Maybe I should make up a poem.
You said any poem. Just.
Well, I was thinking it doesn't have to be slam. It doesn't have to be a certain style.
Yeah. I was thinking my stomach took me to Mississippi. Because that's the street.
I feel like I'm at a black church and getting the chords ready.
Like that one I sent you.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2,
1. My stomach.
1, 1, 3, 5.
Beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
Yeah, my stomach took me to Mississippi.
By William Browning.
Oh, here we go. I'll try to do AB. But my eyes brought me to Norway.
Ooh, deep. Locales. Said you're not gonna think about it.
I know. Wow. Well, I wanted to bring.
Probably in Mississippi. My eyes brought me to Norway,
where I sipped or sippied on a latte.
Oh, you're gonna go ABBA?
Maybe. I don't know. Or I sippied on a latte. Oh, why is Mississippi? Feels like Mississippi should be so easy to rhyme with.
And he cried when he missed his family,
which inspired me that day. I just did all of it.
The end. Wait, you said the end.
The end.